Outdoors Delmarva covers everything outdoors,
including real hunting and fishing situations involving wildlife.
We do our best each week to bring you tasteful content,
but viewer discretion is advised.
Now enjoy the show.
We'll begin this week in the kitchen to meet the April recipient of the WBOC Mountaire Farm to Table Scholarship.
It's then over to Delmar to see what's cooking at Gateway Subaru.
Scorchy Talls shows us why Memorial Day weekend is so special to Delmarva.
And we'll get a lesson on bait making with Freedom Baits out of Snow Hill.
Outdoors Delmarva starts right now.
Welcome to Outdoors Delmarva, the show that celebrates our communities, our cultures and traditions, and the places we call home. My name is Jason Lee.
And I'm Lauren Hitch.
Lauren, do you smell that?
Yeah, but I didn't want you to be self-conscious.
No, I'm talking about hamburgers, hot dogs, boardwalk fries, salt air, and freedom.
Oh yeah, Memorial Day is coming up, but you should still,
This is Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards. And now, here are Jason Lee and Lauren Hitch.
Jason, we have another scholarship winner we need to introduce to the people.
We sure do. And we are proud to introduce to you the April recipient of the WBOC Mountaire Farm to Table Scholarship, Easton High School's Logan Sundt.
I've always just wanted to be in the culinary arts because, especially during COVID, it was like there's nothing to do. So I took up baking, and then it's just here in school I want to do that. I volunteered for Maryland Food Bank, Farming for Hunger, and Shore Rivers. And specifically the Maryland Food Bank, we pick and pack fruits and vegetables as well as planting new fruits and vegetables. So the reason I didn't just stop at the required amount of service learning hours is because when I was getting those hours, I felt good. So I just wanted to do more because it just felt good to see. For instance, after volunteering for the Maryland Food Bank, seeing the truck loaded up with all the fruits and vegetables, it just felt good to know that those foods were going to the people that need them.
Logan is a hard worker with a great attitude. We work really hard to do farm to table. We either are donated or we collect a lot of fresh produce, fresh vegetables, etc. And with Logan's experience working with the food bank, it was like a natural. Really understands the value of having fresh produce because that really affects your product that you're baking or serving.
So Logan started in my class in Culinary Basics 1 several years ago. He kind of just did what he needed to do, got by, always did his work on time. Our third level, that's where Logan really shined. Something clicked and he was just a star for Miss Brown every single day because he never knew what he was coming into. If he was coming into 10 pounds of sweet potato that needed to be pureed or chopping up pumpkin or whatever, but by the end of the day, it was all done and it was all cleaned up. He was one of Miss Brown's stars this year, helping her get through in his internship with us last semester. He's done an amazing job and he has been a pretty big asset to our program this year.
At University of Maryland College Park, I intend to study animal sciences with a focus on agriculture and veterinary medicine. I want to help animals mainly because I love animals. Specifically the farm animals, whether it's sheep, cows, chickens, pigs, anything, I would just like to help. Working with many foods and fruits and vegetables has just led me to want to learn more about where it comes from.
Logan Sundt, for your commitment to feeding the world like we do at Mountaire Farms, it's my pleasure to present to you the WBOC Mountaire Farm to Table Scholarship Award. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Once again, congratulations, Logan.
To find out more about the Farm to Table Scholarship Program, go online to WBOC.com and search Farm to Table.
Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru, returns right after these messages.
You're watching Outdoors Delmarva, which is presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
Memorial Day weekend isn't here just yet.
But our friends at Gateway Subaru are celebrating all month long.
Don, big month for Gateway Subaru here in May.
Absolutely.
What's going on?
So Gateway Subaru is doing Memorial Day all May.
All May.
All May, yeah. Rather than one day, we want to honor all those that served and just kind of, spread the wealth all month. So we're doing Memorial Day sales all May. So that's great for anyone that's in the market for a new Subaru.
And talk about the military discount with that.
So Military Appreciation Month also in May. With that, through ID Me, you can get a $500 military rebate to help you purchase a new Subaru. Gateway's also going to match that. So you get another $500 totaling $1,000 towards the purchase of a new Subaru for those that are active and retired veterans. Go to idme.com. And you can go to Subaru's website and you can do it all online. It'll come right to us as a retailer. We can print it out here and we'll have it ready to go.
You have plenty of cars on the lot right now.
Plenty. I have over 100 new Subarus in stock. Just got a truck today. So we have plenty of inventory. I think as of this morning, it was 110 cars.
Wow.
On the ground. The all new Forester hybrids here. So we do have those in stock and ready to go. Plenty of Crosstreks, Outbacks, you name it, we've got it.
But there is a not so fun thing.
Yes. Tariffs, right?
Tariffs.
Everybody wants to talk about tariffs. It's a realization that it's coming. It's definitely coming. What is on the ground that we have now is price protected. So you won't see any increases for anything that's on the ground. After that, I don't have much say in how much they're going to increase. It is coming. So I always tell folks, it's always like a sales tactic, right? You buy today, but it's real because the prices are going to be going up, unfortunately. But like what we have now is definitely price protected. So there's no increase there. Will there be an increase in the future? Probably.
You guys have plenty of new cars on the lot, plenty to choose from, all kinds of colors.
Yep.
And like the hybrid too, is that popular?
It's been great. The first initial batch, we had 8 come in, all were sold. I have 1 on the ground now, and I have 7 that are incoming, which 4 are sold. So we do have a couple that are available, various trims and models, but for a Subaru owner that's been looking for a hybrid for years, that's the way to go. So almost 600 miles till tank again.
Yeah, and what you guys don't see on camera is there's a lot of people in here actually making some deals going on right now today. Busy time here at Subaru.
Absolutely.
A lot of people are taking advantage of those May deals, and you should too.
Absolutely.
Memorial Day, all month long.
Have to take care of you. Memorial Day all May.
Take advantage of great offers and a huge selection by going online to gatewaysubaru.com or stop by the store in Delmar.
Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. We'll be right back.
You're watching Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
It's almost time for the unofficial start to summer.
And as we see in this week's Remembering Scorchy Taws, the more things change, the more they stay the same.
Honoring the life and legacy of Scorchy Taws, thanks to Shorts Marine in Long Neck, Delaware. Shorts Marine, everything but the water.
Genuine, true, unadulterated Eastern Shoremen do 3 things on Memorial Day. They pay respect to those who made the supreme sacrifice, they go fishing, and they eat steamed crabs. Unlike our brethren from those foreign lands west of the Chesapeake, most of us true unadulterated Eastern Shoremen shy away from where everyone else goes. Yes, Virginia, in spite of what those bumper stickers say, there is life west of the Chesapeake, a lot of it, and its possessors dearly crave to lay down their burdens down by the riverside, and do so beginning this holiday weekend by the thousands from Rehoboth Beach to Ocean City. We can't knock that. It's great for our economy, and the fresh air to them is a delightful fragrance that doesn't cost $50 an ounce, which only helps to further prove that the best things in life are free. A true unadulterated Eastern Shoreman's Memorial Day is serene. They quietly pay their respects in the morning, then follow with the steamed crabs, whose preparation is just as simple as boiling water. In case you just arrived from Mars and don't know, here's how. Our steamer holds 3 dozen, or a half bushel. To these we add a half a cup of seafood seasoning, a half a cup of salt, 3 cups of white vinegar, and 3 cups of water, or beer if you prefer. Steam for 20 to 30 minutes, sprinkle on more seasoning, and this is what you have. After a full belly of Chesapeake's finest comes fishing time. The true unadulterated Eastern shoreman goes fishing late in the evening. The early anglers are on their way home. The fish have settled down after a day of being scared out of their scales by hundreds of roaring motors and are ready for supper. Peace and serenity prevails. Like they say, it doesn't get any better than this. Scorchy Toes, wandering our Delmarvelous land for WBOC News.
Remembering Scorchy Taws is sponsored by Shorts Marine. Online at shortsmarine.com.
Did you know that the Lewis Road Kayak Launch was established in 2012 for the purposes of providing public access to the upper region of Ayers Creek in Worcester County?
Did you know that the kayak launch provides visitors access to the Holly Grove Swamp area that is comprised of nearly 4,000 acres of continuous forest?
And did you know that the Ayers Creek area is home to both fresh and saltwater species, along with deer, muskrats, ospreys, and bald eagles?
Now you do.
Did You Know is sponsored by North Bay Marina. Outdoors Delmarva will be right back. You're watching Outdoors Delmarva, which is presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
Fishing is a sport of passion, a labor of love, a way to connect generations through experience and teaching.
And Jason got a lesson from Jake Evans of Freedom Baits.
Jake, we're going to make some bait today.
Yes, sir.
Now, this is not live bait, obviously.
No.
What kind of bait are we making?
So artificial baits, I'm not a huge live bait fan. I love it for people to use. It's a great way to get people in the sport and catch fish. Me personally, I love tricking fish with something that is not real at all, that mimics something that is alive.
All right, and what exactly are we making that is going to do the trick?
So today we're going to be making swim baits. It's probably one of the best all-around lures to catch fish. You can use it in freshwater, saltwater, works all the way across the United States. It mimics a small fish, and the thing about big mean fish is they all eat small fish. So to start here, we have Plastisol, which is the base plastic that makes almost all the plastic lures you see on the market today. Before you heat it up, it's very liquidy. It looks just like milk out of your refrigerator. Once you heat it up to a certain temperature, over 350 degrees, it actually turns crystal clear. And once it turns into the crystal clear, that's where you add your colors, your sparkles, your flake. That's where the magic happens.
Okay.
And once it passes that threshold of heat, it actually will never turn into liquid again. So then once you pour it in your mold here, when you pull it out of that mold, it's those pretty baits that you see on a store shelf that are ready to catch fish.
Or the pretty baits that we're seeing right here on his store shelf. Let's go through the process.
All right, to start things off, the most important thing out of everything is first you got to heat your plastic up. I use a microwave to heat mine up. There's many different ways to do it, but microwave is trusty. I've been doing it forever that way, and that's what we're going to do today. Here it's turned clear. We are now at the magic temperature. Nice and runny, nice and thin. That means we're ready to add our color and flake. The color we're making today is Frost. It's a white top with a clear belly with flake. Works fantastic down in the Pocomoke Sound and the Tangier Sound early season, and that's what's right on the corner. So we're gonna make some baits that are gonna work right now. It's really pretty, and what that imitates is fish scale pattern. As the light hits it, it reflects multiple colors to mimic a bait fish. So let's get our molds ready. What we have here is the 4-inch swim bait mold, the bare knuckle shad. These are the tools of the trade. This is the injector. This is what makes the plastic shoot into the mold and actually does a lot of the work for you. Fill up our injectors, put our color block on, and that is how you make perfect baits every single time. Couple minutes, you can pull it out of there. You definitely want to hang it for a little while before you fish it or pack it, but yeah, within a few minutes it cools down enough that you can actually take it out of the mold. There you go. 4 perfectly colored, perfectly poured bare knuckle shad. Add a jig head and it's ready to fish. When I first started doing it, you get mixed emotions at first because anglers are a funny creature. They're very particular to what they use all the time, and they don't always want to stray and try something new. And the other part of it is when they do stray and try something new, once they find something that works really well, they don't want to tell their friends about it because they want that secret in their own bag to outfish their friends. Thankfully, on the Eastern Shore, it's such a great community of people that want to support the local guy, their neighbors, their friend, the guy that they see out on the water, which is great. And that way I started getting some more tackle boxes. People started to try the bait and telling their friends. But at the end of the day, if the lure doesn't work and it doesn't catch fish, they're not going to buy it anyways. When they start winning tournaments using your baits, it's really hard to get overlooked at that point. Then everybody wants to try it. And once they try it and they see that the action of that bait, it swims fantastic, there's 25 years of experience poured in every one of those baits. Not a single thing on this shelf just comes out of a package and I just throw it on the shelf. Everything that I do, I test it thoroughly. I have my friends test it, and until that bait is perfect, it never sees a package and never sees a store. The money in the pocket's great, but that is not at all why I do it. What truly gets me going is seeing pictures, going out of the water and meeting people that are holding up their personal best fish that they just caught on a lure that was made right here in the shop with my hands. That joy never goes away. There's something about that smile that, and I don't care if you're 6 years old or 50 years old, when you're holding that giant fish or your personal best, whether it's 12 inches or 47 inches, seeing the look on a person's face, that pure joy, it gets me every time. That's why I spend so many hours in the shed. That's why I drive up and down the Eastern Shore week after week is the pure joy of seeing other people's catches.
This was part one of our 3-part series with Jake that we're calling From Bait to Boated. You'll see part 2, Gearing Up, in a future episode.
Coming up after the break, we're checking out your viewer photos, so stick around.
You're watching Outdoors Delmarva with Jason Lee and Lauren Hitch. Presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
It's time to flip through the photo album and take a look at your latest pictures.
Thanks to our friends at North Bay Marina.
We have a few deer photos we still need to get to, like this one of 11-year-old Brandon Hudson Jr. of Frankfurt, who harvested his first deer with a crossbow.
13-year-old Rowan Baker of Felton is all smiles with this big buck. And spoiler alert, Rowan did well during turkey season, and we'll see that photo next week.
11-year-old Clayton Blevins of Milford shows that patience is a virtue, as he passed on several bucks this season to finally put a tag on his best buck to date.
Jason, this one's for you, as Mark and Danielle Schroeder sent us this picture of Millie and Luna with a couple of canvasbacks harvested in the Parksley area.
October can't get here soon enough, and just thinking about it makes me leap like this whitetail sent in by George Ball of Easton.
Jerry Hammond of Georgetown got himself a nice flounder stringer from Folly Creek in Accomack County.
Anthony Diaz of Milton reminds us that it's okay to get a little grass on your bass from time to time.
And this magnificent sunset shot was sent in by Patty Mitchell of Salisbury as she returned home on a flight from Philly.
Outdoors Delmarva viewer pictures are sponsored by North Bay Marina.
That's going to do it for us this week. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Thanks so much for sending in those great viewer photos. If you have a photo that you'd like to submit, you can go to outdoorsdelmarva.com and click the banner at the top of the page, or scan the QR code in the bottom corner of your screen.
We hope to see you right back here again next week, but until then, my name is Jason Lee.
And I'm Lauren Hitch, and we hope to see you
Outdoors Delmarva.
You've been watching Outdoors Delmarva, a Draper Media production, which is proudly presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards. Sponsored by Shorts Marine, everything but the water. By Bell Creek Equipment. For farm, home, or fun, Bell Creek is #1. By Range Time, time well spent. And by Hunter Emery State Farm, your good neighbor in the outdoors.
Oh yeah, Memorial Day is coming up, but you should still, you know. Here they go.